Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Olays, and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we were working with RF tools, and we're pretty close to being ready to make a dimension. Now, unfortunately, I don't believe we've gotten any of the, let's go to the mobs. I don't believe we've gotten the dragon mob thing. We can sort on rarity. And this will tell us, okay, so we've got to go all the way down to the bottom. We have some tier 5s, but not any tier 6s. So we're going to have to do some fancy stuff to do, well, to get what we want. And that's going to require us going to other dimensions. And as I mentioned last time, I don't really want to use the matter transmitter, matter receiver combo because there's a couple reasons. Things can go bad when you spawn in. Matter receivers, so you basically have to take a matter transmitter every single time you go, and a dialing device every single time you go. And it's kind of well, annoying. How are we doing for power? I just realized that thing. Okay, so we're still making power. That's good. We need some more Ender Lily seeds. That's fine. We have a full drawer of them. And we'll just get a bunch of them transferred over. So I didn't even realize that would use up literally all of our power. Oh well. So anyways, we need to make something before we go, which is the enhanced charm dislocation. And this isn't that bad other than the wyvern core, which is going to require 4 draconic cores, which requires glowing magnalloy. Yeah, alloy? I don't know. Magnalloy is what I'm going to call it. And this stuff requires zephyrium and erothium. So we had been working to get more of those cows, and between episodes I went and got a bunch of cows. Just found some randomly. I have a bunch of them here. Just grabbed some random ones, to be honest. And yeah, well, we're going to try to make that today, but I also want to do some work in the last dimension, Last Millennium, whatever. And we're going to try to set up some stuff. So one of the things you probably noticed is I have a whole bunch of quartz listed here. So we're going to try to make 2 new types of quartz, which is lavender quartz and sunny quartz. This is what I want the areas over there to be made out of. That's the plan. We're also going to start ender chesting things over here, as well as, well, we're also going to start working on getting things ender tanked over here. So between episodes, I did also teach the system how to make drums, so that we can store more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. Later we can upgrade those, but for now, that's fine. So let's teach the system how to make ender tanks. We're going to want a lot of these in the relative near future. So let's go here. Had to think of where I need to go. We already know how to make cauldrons, and everything else is base stuff. So let's tell the system to make a cauldron. And the reason I am doing this is because we're going to be transferring liquids over from the Last Millennium as needed. I think that's going to be a good idea. We're going to have to really upgrade our interface terminal and all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping that we can get away with not having to do that until we have access to EMC, which we are relatively close to doing. So that is kind of the plan. We'll see what happens. That's all there is to it. So we're going to want 2 ender tanks, which we already have, and we're going to want a couple of ender chests. So we might make the nether star seeds today, by the way. Chest. So let's see. Ender chest is pretty easy. We're going to want 2 of these. Perfect. Then we'll need some dyes and all that kind of stuff later. So I also went ahead, and we should have a bunch of blue orchids. We get those from our little mini farm over here, which I killed everything in there just because I wanted to try to get new stuff. I wasn't having too much luck finding things in the mining dimension, so it was just one of those things of let's try something else and see what happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn half of these into alliums, and the other half we want to get to sunflowers. And this is going to take a little bit of time because it has to go through all the flowers, I believe. So there's oxide daisies and sunflowers. Now, I want to keep one of each of these for later, and you'll see why when we start getting EMC. Secret, we can make more. But then we want to take our quartz. We want to make some sunny quartz. And that's not very much, but it'll get the point across. And then we're going to need to make a lot of this stuff later as well. But luckily it's EMCable, so awesome. So yeah, we have two different types of blocks now. We have sunny quartz and lavender quartz. And I think these will both look really cool. So the lavender is going to be for the cows, and the sunny quartz will be for the crops. So let's head to the Last Millennium. I want to set a couple of things up. And yeah, first things first, let's fly and vein mine that and sunny quartz, because we don't want to use the red quartz anymore. So I'm going to try to figure out if there is a good way to get flowers. I don't know that there is, to be honest, which is a shame, but I will try my best. And eventually I will kind of clean up all this red quartz to do other things. So we have a lot of stuff going on here. But the problem that we're going to run into with the crop farm is that we don't want the stuff over here. We want to transfer it to another place. So this is a crafter tier 3. We actually don't want to use this anymore. And there's a reason for it. Why is it storing all this stuff? Is it full? Yeah, it's full. Alright, so what we're going to end up doing is, the wind generator is fine. It is actually full of power, and that should be enough power for everything over here. But what we're going to want to do, can we pick all of this stuff up, break this guy, and we don't actually need power to it anymore, so that was scary. Accidentally jumped off the edge there. Alright, so we can break these blocks. And I don't know if there is, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put an ender chest here. But we need to get some dyes. So what do we want to do for crops? I think green. But let's see what the I know we have another ender chest over here to collect. What are we collecting from here? Oh, right, no, we brought the items over from there. What is this doing again? Oh, right, the capacitors. So the capacitors are gray, gray, gray. Which is fine. That's perfectly acceptable. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't actually remember if it uses the dyes or not. So we'll just kind of go from here. But I want to get this all set up so that between episodes I can start working on, wow, FPS lag. So that between episodes I can start working on getting everything kind of taken care of. So what we're going to want to do, we're going to take an ender chest, and we're going to put it over, oh, I guess for right now, let's put it like right, not there. I want to place it like right here. And we're going to make it green, green, green. So green, green, green. It does use it, so this is an empty chest, and we're going to go ahead and put all this essence in there for right now. And you'll see why I'm doing this in just a moment. So we don't need the crafter anymore because we don't want to automatically craft things. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down ender chest. It's going to have items in it. So we need to turn off the insert for right now. Extract always active, whatever, doesn't matter, has nowhere to go. So let's take this stuff out. So it's empty now. We're going to turn it to green, green, green. And now it's got the items from over here. It's actually voiding all of them, which is fine for right now. And then we're going to put this to insert. And it's only going to be an insert. Now we can actually go ahead and remove this line completely. Because we're not going to use this anymore. We're not going to store the items over here. We're going to actually take all the items to, well, the overworld. So things will start filling up in there. It'll be fine. Doesn't matter too much. And this is insert, no filters, good. So next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take that. We can go ahead and put sunny quartz there. Doesn't matter. Let's start taking some of these. And obviously, I don't have enough space for all of this stuff. We can try to take some of it. So let's bag of holding. Oh, right. For my adventures in the Nether. Whatever. So let's grab, I guess let's grab as much glowstone as we can. We'll put all the glowstone in here. And I will move most of the stuff, whoops, between episodes, because, well, that makes most sense to me. But just to kind of get started, we need to have a bunch of drawers. That's the next plan. So we're going to head back. And this is literally just moving everything over. So we're going to want an item conduit. Torch can go back there. And we're not going to be storing the glowstone here, actually. We're going to be storing the glowstone essence. So we're going to have, well, a gigantic wall of stuff. So where do we want to have it? I think on here? Yes. And we're going to do something kind of special. You'll see what I mean in a moment. But 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to have a drawer controller at the top. Now, why at the top? This is kind of odd. So we're going to have item conduit here. We'll get this kind of plugged in. This will be an insert. This will be an extract. It will be always active once we're ready for it. But this entire wall is going to be, well, it's going to be a wall of all of our stuff. All of our essence. So why put it like so? Well, basically what we're going to end up doing is we're going to have the applied energistic system hooked up to it. And I figure at this top corner is going to be the easiest way, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll need to make a bunch of drawers and all that kind of fun stuff. Again, I don't know if I have jungle trim, but no drawers. And that's fine. So we will kind of deal with all that stuff later. So I'm going to start putting all the essence and whatnot into the drawers, and then I can kind of expand the farm. So that is work for me to do. That's mostly busy work. So the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to deal with the ender tanks. And again, I'll need to get a lot more sunny quartz. Is there any other ways to get this stuff? That's recipes. Uses. So no. And unfortunately, I don't know how to do flower farms. If I did, that would be a complete difference. And I don't believe we do have allium seeds. Yeah, we're gonna try something. Let's go get a piece of dirt and all that fun stuff. So, piece of dirt. We'll just place it down. Actually, we'll just place it down. It might interact with that. Let's get another piece of dirt. Let's get crop sticks. And a mattock. I think my mattock is in here. Alright, we'll come over here, and just for like a test, I want to see something. So there is a way, and there's a way. We're gonna need a bucket. So there is a way, and it's one of those things that should work, but it doesn't always. It was bugged for the longest time, and I don't know if it's bugged in this version of AgriCraft. But you could use shears on fully grown plants and get the actual like plant for flowers and stuff like that. So I don't know if that is still bugged in this version or not, but we're gonna find out. Crafter tier 3, that might be, that could be useful for all of this, but whatever. We're not going to worry about that right now. We'll put this away. Oh my gosh. I want to go back. Alright, so we're going to have void upgrades and all that kind of fun stuff. So I will get the drawers kind of configured. Eventually we will teach the system how to make the drawer upgrades. Basically all of them. And that's going to be something that's a lot easier once we have access to stuff like EMC. So there's a lot of things. Anyways, with that being said, yeah, so I'm just going to get everything kind of set up, and we'll hook it up to the system, and then that way the system knows how to autocraft stuff. And we'll teach it all the recipes and all that kind of stuff. But that is later. I lost my train of thought a little bit. Apologies. I really do like the sunny quartz, by the way. And then this side is going to be the same. I might actually replace this with black, but I don't think so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna make this lavender for now. I'm not going to pick everything up quite yet. Right, I forgot to get the dyes. That's what I was forgetting. So we want to get, let's see, Zephyrium or Earthium. This is where things are going to get complicated. I want to have, potentially, rather than manually bringing everything over once we need it, so like LPG is something we're going to use a lot of. Now we might have this drum, that's fine, but instead of bringing the drum over or refilling it manually, what we're going to do is use ender tanks. And so we're going to need an ender tank color for everything. So I think let's go ahead and do something like also let's totally get a clipboard. A clipboard would really help for this. So let's make a clipboard. And I wonder something. So we just need pressure plates. Did I actually? Okay. I wonder something, and this is. Do we have much iron blocks? We do. Cool. I want to make it just a normal anvil, so that we can do things. And I want to see. Let's put the anvil here. This will be moved, by the way. We're gonna take all the stuff out of here, and we'll put it into the Last Millennium, and we'll have seed storage. So can we rename these? Haha, we can. All right. So ender tank. We need five levels. All right, easy enough. So we're gonna call it ender tank combos, combinations. Perfect. The duplicated was a bug. And honestly, we don't need this one anymore. So that's fine. But anyways, what we can do is we can have Zephirium Erothium? Something like that. What is this stuff actually called? Not that. Zephirian Erothium. Alright, I was close. Let's... Erothium will be yellow, white, yellow. Perfect. So we just need some yellow dye. And what we're going to do is, because we're going to need this over... is this a fluid transposer? Yes, it is. We're going to need this over here. We're just going to put this right here. We're going to have yellow, yellow, white. We don't even need the bone meal, which is kind of nice. I'm going to get rid of that. And let's head back to the Last Millennium. And we're going to have to set this up differently later. But basically, what we can do is do something like this. And if we mark this yellow, yellow, white, I thought we could automatically. I guess not. So we'll have to kind of set this up later to be slightly different. It'll be fine. But as you can see, we have a lot of Zephirium Erothium on all of the fluid cows. I'm going to fix this area one of these days. But we just need to get this. Let's see, if we put it here, I want to disable that. Let's break this block so that we can fly underneath. And we're going to have insert. That looks like Zephirium Erothium. Let's go ahead, and for the time being, we're just going to disconnect that. Cool. So I've got to kind of make this area nicer. I will do that later. But you get the gist. So now we have Zephirium Erothium coming into the ender tank, and let's get some. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Quartz. Actually, we might need to, because this is kind of full. Oh well. Put that in there. Alright, so that can go away. And this can go in here. So we're going to use a drum, and we're going to want some fluid conduits. Let's just use pressurized. That'll be fine. Alright, so what we can do is put this like so. Put this guy on top of it. And if we put it like so, it will actually output it. And then what we can do is we can just put a pipe here. Input in the back. Extract. Let's do active with signal. And this will be active without signal. I guess we want to do in out, and this is in out active without signal. I don't actually know if you can do both output and input, so that's not going to be super useful. Never mind. This will be insert. This will be extract with signal. So we just need to grab a lever. which I have plenty of. And now, we can grab all of our Magnoloy. And eventually we'll probably have separate machines for each of these. But we can just put that in there and it will start to process. Perfect. So, with that being done, we can start working on getting the Charm of Dislocation. And that's going to cost us an Nether Star. It's also going to cost us Ender Pearl, but that doesn't matter. I don't know why I said Ender Pearl at first. So, we're going to need one of these. Which means we need a Eye of Ender. Easy enough. Alright, so there is a Charm of Dislocation. And then we just need to make 4 of these. So we need some blue gems, which I have a handful of. And then this glowing Magnoloy. So how are we doing? We have all of 1. So while we're waiting on that, and this is going to take a little bit of time, let's go ahead and put everything back into the system. And what we're going to do is let's work on some quests. So, not going to get to another dimension today. Apologies, it just kind of is. But let's make this. Can we make this stuff? No, not going to make that stuff. Requires another Nether Star. I want to try to get the Nether Star seeds before we really worry about that. Do we want to go try to kill a Wither? We could. I mean, these do a lot of damage. I mean, what are we doing? 135 hearts of damage. We could. We could try. I just don't know if it's the best thing ever. So how are we doing on? So we should have 2048 glowstone in here. We do not. So let's just insert it down here. It's fine, whatever. Anyways, we need to kill 3 more Withers in order to get the Nether Star seeds. It's one of those things that we'll kind of deal with as we get there. But we need to get rid of this glowstone. Does this not? Oh, it doesn't have a void upgrade. Oh. So void. We have a void upgrade. Let's pop down here. Install it. And now we go to glowstone. Yeah, it all just disappears. Probably could have turned that into like actual stuff, but whatever. Doesn't actually matter too much to me. Mostly because, well, we're going to need to get more stuff anyways. In terms of like, we're going to get more stuff from the essence farm anyway, so it's not a big deal. And we have already used up all of that Magnoloy. I swear that was full. Each one of these uses 5 buckets, and these store 256. So that should be, you know, 500 ingots worth. So it's just kind of slow. Anyways, let's go ahead and we can get our first Draconic core if we want it. So, do we go kill some Withers? I guess let's go kill some Withers. We're going to need to do this eventually. Might as well do it now. We need some soul sand. Let's see. We're going to need to kill 3, so we need 12. Right? Yeah. We're going to need some Wither skulls. We seriously only have 3. Well then, that's an interesting development. How is this doing? Why is it lagging? We have 9. Let's just let it go for a little bit longer. 9's actually fine. So we'll take those out. Break all that. Put these back. And I guess we need to scan this one because it didn't get scanned. Not a big deal. So I guess if we want more of these, we need the Wither Skull essence. Wow, it gives you 3. That's really nice. So put that away. Those are all 10, 10, 10s. We're gonna put these in the chest. And then these, let's go ahead and grab the Wither Skeleton seeds. Uses, doesn't matter. Cool. And we could just put those in the seed storage. And if I wanted to, I could watering can them, but I don't really want to. So is there any other way to get these? Nope. Other than Wither Skeletons, which I don't think there are any over here. I believe this is too short. Just zombies right now. Eventually we will have a cool system to make sure that we get all of the mob heads that we need. Mob soul vials, rather. Which is a really interesting little kind of effect. So we'll put those in there. And you know what, let's actually do this. Extract without a signal. And out. Alright. So this is just going to take a while because it needs to transfer all of the fluid from the Last Millennium. Which, let's go take a look at that real quick. And yeah, this container is full. We could just put it... Oh, it's because I never did this. Auto extract. So that should actually start using it. It shouldn't go back in there. It'll be fine. Actually really good. So I will figure out a good way to do all of that stuff. Now, not all of the liquids we're going to send over here, just the ones we really need. So that is another kind of side note that mostly like LPG and Zephyrium Erythium. I don't know if we're going to need Jelly Cryothium or not, but that's another one that we could certainly do something with. And whatnot. So let's actually grab... what do we want to do? We have a bunch... Let's grab our watering can. Where is... Okay, typically when I ask where is my watering can, it's on my inventory. So it's not currently. So what we can do is just kind of watering can this stuff. It'll go faster. It'll speed up the growth a little bit. And I just want to get enough essence so that we can actually start working on getting all 3 withers killed today, so that we can potentially even make the Wither Star seeds today. That would be nice. So whether or not that's going to happen, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. So now it grows that. Let's actually take that. And yeah, so basically just kind of waiting around for things. We only need, let's see, 18 essence. So that's not too bad. How is this doing? Is it done yet? Almost. So we can put that in there. We're going to need 1, 2, and then eventually we'll just make more of everything once we get there. Simple as that. So we'll do that. It'll take all of this stuff, and eventually it will just kind of make really good seeds. And I'm going to continue working with the seeds and whatnot. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we're up to 5 out of 18, so let's put them here so we can actually see them. And just kind of keep growing things. And we'll see what happens with the seeds. I'm probably going to have a lot of 111s. That's fine with me. I just want the essence, to be honest. So, yeah, what we can do now, we have some choices in what we can start working on. We can go to other dimensions. We need to get a dragon dimension. because we're going to need a lot of Awakened Draconium. But currently, that's not super important. So we'll kind of worry about that as we go. Okay, let's just do this. There's 8. It's almost enough for one more Wither. And so it's just a matter of just kind of figuring out what's going to be the best way to kind of do anything. And what do we want to focus on? Because transmutation, this guy is incredibly powerful, but we need bedrock, which means we need bedrockium. That's going to be fun. So I don't know that this one's within our reach quite yet. We're going to need a lot of nether stars. But nether star seeds is something that we're going to be able to get pretty quickly. And then we can start working on like various other things. So we'll let that set for a moment. Let's grab the rest of the glowing magnolite. We'll turn this off. And let's go ahead and make the last 2 of these. And then charm. We're going to need a wyvern core, which requires our 1 nether star. And then we should be able to make the enhanced charm of dislocation. Awesome. So the way this works, we need ender pearls. And we can add fuel. All of it at a time. If you shift click it, it'll add more. We still have 62. Cool. We're out of ender pearls now. So what we can do is, what I've been liking to do is just right here, we're going to shift right click. We're going to add new, home. Commit, lock it. And so now this is currently locked right here. We will always teleport here. And what we can use this charm of dislocation for, and something I kind of want to do, do we happen to have any soulbound? Soulbound books. What's the best way to handle getting soulbound? Do we have any chest plates or swords? None of them are enchanted. Okay, so I'll have to get soulbound. Uh-oh. 10 has nowhere to go. 10 is full. Okay. So, gonna have to do something about that. Let's get a void upgrade real quick. This is not too difficult to do. So, chest. Let's get a drawer. So, get a jungle drawer or 2. We'll get a couple of these. And let's get a void upgrade. Easy enough. Just put that there, and everything should be fine. So, all this kind of stuff filled up, which is a shame. You know, we could turn that off. It's just kind of dumping things into the void at this point, but who cares? It doesn't really matter. Anyways, we can use this guy. We'll want to get a soulbound book on it eventually. We could look through artifacts. That could be something to do. I don't know if that's what I want to do, but it's something we definitely could do. And let's drop off a lot of things we don't need. Let's actually drop off all of our space stuff. The Charm of Dislocation will also allow us to not only go to dimensions that we want to go to, but it will also allow us to get access to like going to space. We can go to any planet we want to and not have to worry about it. So, last thing I want to really do today is I want to get the withers spawned and killed and all that kind of fun stuff. So that is the last thing we're gonna do. I want to make the Nether Star seeds. So we have basically everything except for the actual Nether Stars that we need to make the what are they called? I don't even know what they're called off the top of my head. Nether Star seeds. Spirit binders. That's what they're called. So we just need 8 more. Should not be a problem. And then we can probably, yeah, we can go ahead and do the other test that I wanted to do. And we'll see if it works. I don't think it's going to. But it will be quick enough to just see. So that's really all that matters. So just need 5 more. And then we'll go fight 3 withers. And that should be everything we need for the remainder of this. Now, we'll need to make some Awakened Draconium before we can do too much more, which is going to require more Magnoloy, as well as blue gems and all that kind of fun stuff. Because we're going to need the Draconic, the Draconic cores and all that fun stuff. So we should be able to do this and make all the spirit binders. So we have armor. Let's get apple of some sort. Let's get a jeweled apple. Why not? Let's get a couple, actually, just to be safe. They're just diamonds. And let's head to the mining dimension without our watering can. Okay, so we should be fine. We have a really good crossbow. That's the important part. But you don't want to kill the wither too many times. So one of the next things we'll need to do is to make our first little bit of Awakened Draconium, which is not too much of an issue. So let's go this way a bit. And honestly, having some animals around might not be a bad idea. Go into the pit. That'll be fun. So let's go ahead and do one of these. Alright, we'll eat the jeweled apple. We have a couple minutes. We have a minute of stuff. So wither. Spawning. We're going to shoot it immediately and hopefully things will go great. So we do have the wither rose. Withers, learn more about you. Ooh, we got 2 nether stars. So we only need to do it one more time. And this is not the best of things. What? Its bar is already full. So eventually the wither will get very, very powerful. To the point of it will kill us very quickly if we're not careful. So we only need to do 2 of those. That's great. I don't want to do any more. Let's go ahead, turn our magnet off, get our inventory sorted a little bit, and we should be able to make the last 2 spirit binders that we need, and make the nether star seeds. And the next time we can start making the Awakened Draconium, we're going to need to start growing it. And we're going to need to get 1 more dragon heart in order to actually make enough to have a little 3x3 farm of it, or to effectively 10-10-10 it. So that's something we're going to have to keep in mind. But 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can put all of this stuff in here. Don't really care too much about it. Same with that and that. We're going to need our Wand of the Forest and our book. Take our Crescent Hammer and the Enhanced Charm of Dislocation, because why not? We have the Tempura Essence, and then the last thing we need is just some Wither Skeleton Seeds. So it's a good thing I did this. We can just drop... Whoop. Oh, that was close. Sometimes flight doesn't like to work. So we just come down here, grab one of these, and it is time to make the best seeds in the game. So this will prevent us from having to kill the Wither ever again, which is kind of important. Like I said, the Wither gets smarter as you kill it, and eventually it becomes silly. Eventually it will actually start teleporting behind you and trying to kill you that way, and it's not fun. So if we right click these seeds, we just get the die. So that doesn't work. It's supposed to give you the flower. I think that was the intention, but it never worked. So I don't know if there's a good way to get more allium other than converting various seeds to whatever we want, or not seeds, flowers. So that's a bummer, but it is what it is. Oh, cool. It's done. And now we have the Nether Star Seeds. Now that is a quest, and that is actually the last quest in the beta tab. So we've completed all that. Let's take the far right. And it's legendary. Ooh, be good, be good. Auto enchantment table. Okay. That doesn't feel good. So let's go ahead. Nether Star Seeds, go in there. For sake of completion, boom. There we go. We're done with that forever. We'll put that down there, and we can dump everything else off in here. For the most part. So that is going to be it for today's episode. I'm going to try to decide what to do next. Whether... Ooh, I need to get more crop sticks in there. Whether I think we should start looking at getting access to actually making Nether Star Seeds. We need awakened Draconian blocks underneath, which isn't bad, except for we need more Draconic cores and Dragon Hearts. Alternatively, we might go to another dimension and just explore around. So, I don't know. We'll figure things out. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!